is a tale of adventure, intrigue, romance, of the sea and the sand, and the treasures that lie buried beneath. Gold, jewels, pieces of eight. Stow your gear aboard the sleek Norwester and join our crew in the search beneath the sea for the fabulous lost treasure of the golden scabbard.
Morning, Captain.
Dan?
Good morning, Dad.
Morning, Jenny.
All ready to go?
Yep, as soon as the boys get here, we can shove off.
Where's the crew, Dan?
They should be right behind me. Yep, here they come. Right on time. Oh, here are the papers on the crew you wanted me to hire. 2 skin divers, a diesel engineer, and a cook.
I'll get them aboard. I want to shove off right away.
Aye, aye, Captain. Hi, mates. Come on aboard. Ben, meet the skipper, Captain Rutherford Light, who knows more about lost treasure, where and how to find it, than any man alive. And this is Miss Genevieve Light, the skipper's daughter. Captain, meet Bill Bradley, skin diver.
Hello, Bill. Welcome aboard.
Thanks a lot, Captain Light. I've sure heard a lot about you and your treasure hunting friend Dan August here. I'm mighty proud. Well, I've heard a lot about you too, Miss Genevieve, but didn't none of them say half enough, I can tell you that.
Thank you, Mr. Bradley.
This is our other skin diver, Monty Adams.
Hello, Monty. Glad to have you.
Thank you, sir.
Ah, and here's our cook. Benjamin's back with us again, Captain.
It's good to see you, and I certainly hope you haven't forgotten how to make that plum pudding of yours.
I'll serve it tonight, Captain. You're looking mighty good, Jenny.
Thank you, Benji.
Here's the engineer, Buck Martin.
Hi, Skipper.
I understand you're the best diesel man on the coast. I hope you can keep our engines happy.
Got nothing to worry about, Skipper. I'll keep everything shipshape.
Good. It's getting late. Come on, Dan. Let's get underway. I want to check those instruments.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hey, miss. You, gonna make this trip with us?
I certainly am.
What do you know? You know, nobody told me about you. Just think I almost turned this trip down. Did he say, Miss Light?
He did.
Oh, this is a swell ticket. Shipping out on an 80-footer like this with a girl like you to keep me company?
Aren't you taking an awfully lot for granted?
Oh, I don't know.
There it is, Dan. The authentic map of the golden scabbard treasure. And I got a feeling we're going to have our hands full on this treasure hunt.
Captain, something tells me you're right.
Look, what are we looking for on this trip?
The captain will tell you.
There she is, Dan. You're a good navigator.
Is that the island, Dad?
Yeah, that's it. Now you and Dan will get a chance to try out those new diving lungs.
We won't be trying out anything. You'll have a mutiny on your hands unless you tell the men more than you have about the golden scabbard treasure.
Want me to talk to the men, Captain?
Now you keep her headed for the island. I'll talk to them.
Isn't she beautifully shaped, Dan?
She sure is.
Dan August, you've been at sea too long. But then so have I.
Hi, Captain.
Hello.
Skipper. We about there, Captain?
Yeah, Captain, when are we going to start diving?
All right, boys, let's save all those questions till later. First, let's hear from the captain as to what this treasure is and how it got to be wherever it is.
So you want to hear about the golden scabbard treasure, huh? Everything, Skipper. How much it is and what's our deal? Well, back about the end of the 16th century, a Spanish galleon carrying chests of gold and silver slipped away from its fleet during a storm and sailed for this island to divide the treasure. But before it had cleared the reefs in the bay, a fight broke out. A fight to the finish over the treasure. And with no one at the helm, the ship ripped out its bottom and sank, with all hands on board. With the exception of the captain, who had managed to lower a chest into a boat during the fight and make his escape to this island.
Well, whatever happened to this captain and the chest?
Well, he buried the chest on the island, and he made a map, which was found years later hidden inside of his golden scabbard. Now, I have a copy of that map, but it's in code, and no one has ever been able to break that code, no matter how many times it's been tried. So the galleon and its treasure and the captain's chest have never been found. And that's why we're here on this expedition.
That sunken ship's the baby I want to break into, Captain.
All right, bring your gear and come up topside. Hold it, kid.
I got some things I want to talk to you about. Come on.
Now, I know all of you are good divers with lots of experience, but none of you have ever made a dive in this area before, and I have. 15 years ago, I came here with another expedition searching for this same treasure. In those days, we used those heavy-weighted suits with the hard hats. We didn't do so good. One of the principal problems was the fouling of our lines on the kelp beds. And the current was quite a problem, too, so remember to watch the current. Now, don't drift too far away from the boat. Watch your time. Don't overstay your air supply. If your main tank gets empty, start up, because that means you've only got a few minutes left.
I understand, Captain.
Now, Dan, you and Jenny, you start down first. Honey, you follow him pretty close. Now, remember, this is just a reconnaissance dive, so don't try to go too far. Now, Bill, you and Monty follow that trail of bubbles. If they drift too far away from the boat, row after them, wherever they may go. You be ready to get in there if I give the signal, okay?
Right, Captain. Let's go.
The water's nice and clear. Keep your wits about you.
Used up over half their air supply. Are the bubbles still coming this way?
Looks like they've shifted a bit.
You two better row over there and follow them.
Okay.
Buck, get in the wheel off, get my rifle.
What's the matter, Dad?
It's okay, Jimmy. You're going to be all right.
Good. Just as soon as I get my breath, we'll get some fresh steaks and we'll all dive. We've got a lot of work to do.
Right.
I'll get us back to the boat.
No way to treat a fellow treasure hunter. Why don't you just simmer down nice and gentle like, and I'll show you what you've been missing by not coming down to my engine. Yeah. It's more like it.
You have a serious problem, Buck. Your size and your wrong ideas are more than you seem to be able to handle. I suggest you give it some thought. And Buck, stay away from Ginny. Understand?
Sure.
Well, that's about it, fellas. We certainly can't go any deeper. We cover that bay from one end to the other.
Well, that old sword we found certainly proves the gallion's down there somewhere.
Yeah, but it's a little too deep for this old boy. I'll tell you that.
Maybe with the diving bell that could stand the pressure, we could get down to it, but... Captain, I'm afraid that galleon lies too deep for skin diving.
Well, let's talk about it after supper.
We got steak and potato patties.
What, again?
And plum pudding.
Oh.
Captain, we may not be able to get down to that galleon, but what's wrong with going after the one chest the old Spanish captain hauled ashore, as referred to in this map?
Well, there's nothing wrong in it. It's probably worth thousands of dollars. We'll just try to figure it out.
I have figured it out,
Oh,
Captain.
Dan, my boy. You're going to tell me that that's a secret clue to the treasure, and you're probably right. But just try to make sense out of it.
Well, there's definitely a double meaning here. Well, look, this part about Arcturus. The water reached high on my heels. Well, that means the old Spanish captain stood at the water's edge at high tide. And this part, my arms envy the rocks to cross, means he stood with his back to Arcturus, the star of the north, facing east, some shoreline of the island, so that when he held his arms in a V, they would point to two large rocks an equal distance away. My arms envy, my arms in a V. Here, look at the map. Now, this is the north shoreline of the island. Now, somewhere at high tide... when is high tide, Captain?
About 7 in the morning, the next one.
Captain, I may be way out of line, but what do you say? We've come this far. Shall we stay the night and row over to the island in the morning?
Well, I think it's a wild goose chase, but... However, you can tell the crew to plan for a trip to the island at high tide.
Thanks, Captain.
I'll see you in the morning, Dad. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Jetty. Now, when I put my arms in a V, standing at the high water mark, facing east, one hand points to that rock, and the other hand points to that rock over there. See, they're both an equal distance away. Look. My arms envy in a V, the rocks to cross. Two rocks across from each other. That's them. Come on. Now, next it says, and between them falls the ground. That means between this rock and that rock is where we have to go before we can find the next clue. All right, this should be about the center. What's next, Captain?
And 2 dead men tall encompass all.
You got an answer to that one?
I think I have, Captain. Bill, how tall are you?
About 6 feet.
All right, you're our dead man for the moment. Now, Buck, give me that line. Now, stand up a minute. Hold this line level with your head while I measure off 2 lengths of it. There. Now, Monty, take this end, hold it tight, and draw a large circle, while I hold this other end on this center mark.
Okay. It's like playing games.
Very interesting theory. 2 dead men tall encompass all. 2 dead men measuring 12 feet drawn in a circle like a compass. That's pretty clever, isn't he, Buck?
Yes, he sure is.
Now, this next part has me stumped. And their chests rest best toward morn.
Couldn't the words toward morn have something to do with the east? The morning begins in the east when the sun rises.
Ginny, you're right. The 2 men should be lying down, head to toe, facing the east, like the needle on a compass. Bill, Monty, lie down for me. Bill, you here, and Monty, you lie there. Sit. Now, I'll draw 2 lines. Shoulder. To shoulder. There. Okay, fellas, you can get up now. The treasure should be right beneath that. I hope. All right, Buck, you want to take a swing at this? Remember, Buck, we all have an equal share of the treasure. The treasure that's under the ground, that is.
Dad!
Swinging a pick's dangerous business. Everybody stand back and give him plenty of room.
Stone's loose. Hey, it's over there! Hey, come on, we're down it! I think that's it. Hey, look at the chest.
The chest.
Got it? There we go. Up, stop.
Wait a minute. After all these centuries, let's make a festive occasion of this. Let's haul her aboard the Norwester and have a real grand opening.
I think you're right, Captain. Come on, men, let's haul her aboard. That's a wonderful idea, Captain.
How much do you think all that gold's worth, Captain Light?
Many thousands, that I know.
Probably 100,000.
Do we have to turn it over to the government?
We'll keep a good share for ourselves, nevertheless.
Excuse me.
We'll lay over here tonight, and then we'll head for home tomorrow morning.
Hold it, Buck. And we're still standing over that deep canyon where the gallion lies. Now the chest has gone back where it came from.
There seems to be an invisible something, a sort of protection that surrounds all lost and buried treasure. It's as though it challenges the right of the living to disturb the property of the dead.
Now, maybe someday with newer inventions, we'll be back to try again.
You'll be back, all of you. Well, what treasure shall we chase down next?
How about that island where the natives lived in caves?
Please, Dad, let's try for the treasure of the lost Gypsy Finger Mountain.
Well, I guess we'll have to take a vote.
Lost Gypsy Finger Mountain it is.